Aloha. I'm Paul Norman. I'm the Executive Director of Neighborhood Place of Puna. And today I want to congratulate all of the students who are graduating from high school or college or grad school. Congratulations. You did the work, you persevered, you got your degree. That's amazing. That is no small feat. So congratulations. Enjoy this time. And at the same time, I'm very aware that we are living in a time with a lot of anxiety. There's political instability. There are the issues around global climate change. There are several hot wars going on at the moment that could grow very quickly. And there's just a lot of challenges and anxiety. And at times like this, it can be paralyzing, really. And so I just want to take a moment to talk a little bit about one of the people who inspires me to keep going. And that is Mahatma Gandhi. For those of you who don't know, he's really best known for his role in leading the Indian independence movement that ultimately resulted in India obtaining independence from British colonial rule. And he's specifically known for this because he employed a method of nonviolent resistance called Satyagraha, and was able to do a relatively bloodless struggle for independence. The thing to know, though, about Gandhi was that as a child, he was very shy, very withdrawn, and educated in India, but then later studied and became an attorney in England. And after becoming an attorney, he tried a few different law jobs, law careers, and they all failed miserably. He was a really horrible attorney. And kind of as a last-ditch effort, he takes a job working as a lawyer with a business in South Africa. And this means he has to leave India, he has to travel to South Africa, and, at the time, which was, early in the 20th century, this was a very rigorous, arduous journey by boat and train and carriage, so forth. And he leaves kind of India, a British citizen. He thinks of himself as a British citizen, and he arrives in South Africa and he begins making his trip overland to his new appointment. And for the first time, he encounters just naked racism. He has a first-class ticket, he's paid for it, he's in the first-class carriage, and at some point, someone comes by and basically says, "What are you doing here? You can't be in here. You need to go way into the back, right? Into basically third class, whatever." And he refuses and he gets ejected from the train. And this actually happens many, many times to him, that he encounters this racist attitude in his travels. And there's a film about Gandhi. It's called Gandhi, and the director condenses all of this into one event. And the thing that's important about this is that it kind of creates a crisis, a moral crisis in Gandhi. And he has the thought, I'm on contract. I can leave at the end of my contract and go back to India, and I'll have to deal with this. Or I can stay and I can fight. Right? I can fight for what is right. I can fight against this racism, the systemic racism here. And he decides to do that. And it completely transforms his life. He all of a sudden finds his passion in life. He becomes a really good lawyer. He becomes a really good attorney and begins to develop his techniques and his methods for creating resistance to oppressive policies which he then later takes back to India and implements them and results in ultimately in Indian independence. And so, when we think about this, really, how does this relate to our life, right? How does this relate to our life when we're facing difficulties, when we're in this transition from being a student to being out in the world? And, obviously, we don't know what the outcomes of our actions are going to be. But we do know that we have to take action. And there is value, a tremendous amount of value in working to make the world a better place. To try and make a world in which there is less suffering, in which people are more caring. Even if it takes sacrifice, right? Because the reality is that along with the happiness and joy that you will experience in life, there is going to be hardship. You can't avoid it, right? Life has stress and disappointment and frustration and anxiety and lots of difficulties. So sometimes life is going to beat you down. And the question really is, when life's beating you down, what is going to pick you back up? What gets you to get back on your feet and continue to do the work, right? So what are your values and how do you manifest those values in the world? Here at Neighborhood Place of Puna, we strive every day to make our little bit of the world a little better with a little less suffering. And you can do the same. So congratulations. Don't give up. Just remember that many things seem impossible until they are not. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about Neighborhood Place of Puna or make a donation or to support the many families that we serve, please visit neighborhoodplaceofpuna.org. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Please click the like button and please subscribe and follow our channel. Aloha, have a wonderful week, and congratulations.